And next is yeah, you have to write the query. So select okay. You can set this is as temporary default. So select or that is s dot registration, comma s dot name, comma s dot mobile, comma s dot user ID. Okay, I'm putting a where clause where your okay from login L, comma student S, where L dot user ID equals to S dot user ID and L dot user ID equals to some value and password equals to some value. Okay, this is for testing, and the moment we convert into this thing, then we are going to use. Okay, so this is the query we are going to execute. So we are taking to this part, and wherever the value, somewhat like this one, so this will be replaced with question mark, and this will be again replaced with question mark. Okay, as it is a prepared statement. Okay, now we have a prepared statement. So st dot set string, because all these are string value. So first argument is your that is your user ID. Okay, so which is nothing but your user ID, comma. Okay, and another one is st dot again set string. So that is your two, and this is nothing but password. Okay. One more thing I have missed out is the argument. So argument user ID string password. Okay. So these are the two values. So after this, what we have to do is we have to execute. So uh, that is nothing but that is your result set equals to st dot execute query. Okay, now we have a query with us. Now what we have to do is we have to uh, set the value. Okay, so if rs dot okay rs dot next Then user equals to new user. So we are just creating the object. Then user dot set mobile. So for mobile, the same thing. The result set dot get string. Okay, and the value is nothing but your yeah, we can give the alias name to this. So this is regd. This is name. This is mobile, and this is user ID. Okay. Um, this is mobile. So user dot set name. So again, that is nothing but result set dot get string, and this is nothing but name. Again, user dot set registration and arrays dot get string, and this is now nothing but RGD. Okay, and lastly is user ID. Anyway, user ID is already available. So user dot set user ID, that is nothing but your user ID. Okay, right? So and we can use e dot print stack trace. So any error or anything, um, we can check this out. And finally block. So that is your closing the connection. Connection dot close. Okay. So that means if it is not available, then any exception or anything, it will be null. If it is successfully retrieved the information, then it will be somewhere. Okay. So next is coming back to this particular thing. So what we have to do is user equals to before that we can create a directly, we can create over here new logging down dot check login. Okay. Now here we can give if user is double equals to null, then it is a failure case, else it contains some value which needs to be displayed in the welcome page. Okay, so so we can go for the request dispatcher over here. Okay, the request dispatcher RD equals to null. Okay, and here RD equals to request.get request dispatcher, and the path we want to move is nothing but your index.jsp, index.jsp. Okay. And if it is a failure, so same thing, request dispatcher equals to request dot get request dispatcher, and we want to go for welcome.jsp. Okay, so similarly, we have to go for dispatch the request. So rd dot forward, and this is done. Now, before forwarding, what we have to do is we have to set the value. Okay. So for that, we have to go for using the request attribute. Okay. So that we can get request set attribute, and this is I'm giving the as key, and the password is the user. And if it is a failure, then same thing, request dot set attribute. Here I am giving error or that is your error, and I can give the error user ID or password mismatch. Okay, done. So next, what we have to do is we have to create another JSP page, welcome.jsp. Okay, and this is user page. Okay, and I'm just want to display the information. Okay, so I'm not included the uh, uh, other things like you can also session handling and all things are there. Okay, we can do afterwards, not an issue. So we can use striplet tag, we can use expression tag, many options are there. So here I'm just using expression tag. Okay, so first of all I have to retrieve the object. Okay, so user equals to typecasting user, because request dot get attribute will provide one object. Okay, and this is nothing but user in capital letter. Okay, and now I can use expression tag just for display purpose. User dot get name. So name equals to this thing. So similar fashion, registration number is nothing but equals to user dot get registration number. Now then mobile equals to user dot get mobile, and lastly is the user ID. Yeah, user ID user dot get user ID. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, if it is successful, this is the thing is going to display. Similarly, over here, we are going to display the error message. Okay, I can show the error message after the button or before the button. So wherever you have decided, you can think of that way. So I'm just adding over here. So maybe over here, I'm just using font color equals to red. Okay. And what I'm going to display is I have to retrieve the value. The same thing, same step I have to follow. Here it's returning string. So string error equals to typecasting string. That is your request dot get attribute, and this is nothing but error. Okay, and here I can mention if error not equals to null. Okay, obviously I have to put inside this. Okay, then out dot print, and what I'm going to print is error. Okay. Also, you can print one more thing. You can take equal versus a break. Out dot print. Okay, so let us check by executing. Now this is coming, not an issue. And registration number, user ID is 1 and password 1. Okay, now you can see all these informations are coming. Okay, so we can use break statement and all so that it will be in the next line kind of thing. So that is nothing but over here. Okay, every time we can use a break statement so that it will be in the new line. Okay, now if you refresh, you will find it will be the new line. Now going back again, I'm just giving some wrong password. So you can mark, this is giving me one error message, user ID and password mismatch. Okay, this is somewhat the application I'm talking about. Okay, now uh, now one more thing is over here I have not used any session handling kind of thing. Okay, so session handling is also possible because it's required very much because see the point is welcome.jsp is there, and someone if knows about this and if he like goes for ERP dot like welcome dot JSP. Okay, if you hit that one, okay. So here it is giving you null pointer exception. Okay, so this can be also resolved by adding one if statement over here. So if user not equals to null. Okay, so this is also this matter can be resolved, but the point of concern is a bit different. Like sometime if someone entered, so now you can see it is in the user page. Now it should not be in the user page. Rather, if it is not a valid user and all, what it can do is it can send to the login page. Actually, it should be sent to the login page. Okay. So for that, what we can do is we can use the session kind of thing. Okay. And we can use over there. So instead of when it is successful, okay. So when it is successful, what I have done is I have used the request object. Rather using the request object, we can use the session object, and we can create the session, and we can set the value in the session. And each time what we can do is we can check the session before processing. We can check the session whether it is a valid session or invalid session. Okay, so that is the way we can proceed and we can validate the session, right? For example, I'm just HTTP session. Sorry, HTTP session equals to request dot get session. Okay. Now you know that the use of get session with true value, with false value, and all. Okay. So here you can use you can use a true. Okay, because uh, somewhat we are creating a new session, so we can provide true. And other places, whenever we are getting the session, it should be false, so that in new session is not going to create. Okay, and instead of request, we can use the session. Similarly, some modification here, we instead of this one, we can go for session dot get session. Okay, right? Now, uh, now, now point is if in case it is null, then what next? Okay, then we can okay, then what we can do is we can forward the control to the login page. Okay, so that is your and redirect, and I can mention slash index.js. Okay, now let us try for one more time. Okay. Okay, now you can see I'm changing to this one, but still it is connecting to this one because the session is not valid. But if I log in, like, okay, now you will find this is I'm getting. Okay. Also, if I go for explicitly calling this particular thing, still I'm getting this one. Okay. And if you want, like, okay, I have done with this one, so I should log out kind of thing. Okay. Then we can create a logout link kind of thing. Okay. So a href. Okay. And we can go for log out. Okay. So a href logout URL controller. Okay. And we have to create one controller again. Okay, sublet. Now the package again, we have to go for controller, and this is logout controller. Okay. Need anything, and this is not a post basis, so get is enough for me. So I don't need this particular thing, but yes, I need uh, to invalidate the session. Okay. So HTTP session equals to request dot get session, and here I can mention false. Okay. And session dot, there is a method called invalidate. So I'm calling for invalidate. After invalidating, what I have to do is I have to forward the control to the login page. So again, same thing. I can use response dot send redirect, and here I can mention index.jsp. Okay. Now there is, I have created few more files, so I'm sure whether it will work or not. Check resource not found. That's true. So what you have to do is you have to restart your server or redeploy your server. Okay, so we are redeploying the project. Now this is coming. So this is suppose 4 and the password login. Now this is successful. So log out, coming back to the index page. Okay, so this is the way we can go for uh, developing one application. So I have just tried to showcase you that how we are going to create a login page, then create a controller, model class, DAO class, and how it is, means if it is successful, it is showing you the error message kind of thing. And if it is successful, then it is forwarding the control to the other page. Similarly, session validation, that kind of thing also implemented. Okay. I hope you understood anything, any comment or anything you can also add. Thank you.